Growth and stability for Europe and the euro was the motto of this year's meeting of the European Ideas Network. The EIN is the EPP Group's internal think tank, and the improvement of Europe's industrial competitiveness as a key building block to overcoming the euro crisis was the main topic of the opening session of the meeting here in Berlin. Opening the meeting, the chairman of the EPP Group, Joseph Daul, called for sustainable growth. Sustainable growth, he said, means stability for our continent and our single currency and an exit from the crisis. To be really effective, we have to work towards fiscal and social harmonization, as long as harmonization doesn't mean standardization. Wilfried Martens, president of the European People's Party, stressed the need for solidarity and responsibility in Europe. The guest speaker, Wolfgang Schäuble, German finance minister, emphasized the fact that Europeans face a common destiny in the global economy. He also said that Europe has to move quickly towards a real political and fiscal union. Referring to the economic crisis, he added,
I believe that all countries in Europe have realized by now that everyone has to get their finances in order and that we all constantly in this globalized economy must improve our competitiveness through structural reforms. Having said that, we are making great progress in Europe, and so I believe we are on the right track. Now we need some time to convince financial markets. We have lost confidence, and our European discussions and decisions are complicated. So we have to stand up for our decisions, to implement them step by step, and not to have constant speculation around the world, as this would be very bad for the financial markets. If we move forward step by step, we will make it.
Wenn wir Schritt für Schritt vorangehen, werden wir das schaffen.
The vice chairman of the EPP Group in the European Parliament, Jaime Mayor Oreja, responsible for the EIN network, said that the member states should underline the strength of their project to unify Europe in contradiction to projects that are looking to break up the EU.
I think that the crisis is going to show different sides of itself in each of the member states, and there are going to be difficult situations, not only economical. In some countries, there will be a national crisis. In others, there may be public disorder, and in some others, there will be social conflicts. Member states should remember not to focus only on national issues, but to look at the bigger picture. As Europeans, we know there are no quick fix, magical solutions. We have to create a monetary, fiscal and banking union in Europe. We have to look to the whole of the Union and also deal with the specific problems of certain member states.
Y hay que mirar hacia cada uno de los países que van a tener problemas especiales en cada uno de ellos.
The chairman of the German CDU-CSU delegation within the EPP Group, Herbert Reul, underlined that the main question for the future of the European Union was its capacity to generate growth.
Growth cannot be decreed, but growth must develop. And that means we, the politicians, we must make the framework possible in order for companies' workers to produce new products, new jobs, and new innovations. And I believe this is where we need to take a step back and think where we need to make something new. That doesn't mean new rules every day, but instead develop enterprises and create reliable framework conditions. That is our job.
Das wäre unser Job.
Speaking on behalf of the industry, Heinrich Hiesinger, CEO from ThyssenKrupp, said that politicians must first build trust again and present a concept that enables resolving of the sovereign debt crisis in the next 5 to 10 years.
However, in order to do this, and as I have previously mentioned, it is essential to praise the progress in the countries concerned and not to deny the efforts they are making to cut their debts. However, what many forget in politics is, if I want growth, I need to be competitive. If I am not competitive, I cannot grow, because the other competitors will simply take advantage. And in my opinion, far too little has been done today. We make decisions that gradually increasing the cost of production in Europe, and with this approach, it's impossible to have growth.
Nicht möglich.
The second day of the meeting concentrated on a range of other major topics, such as discussion on transatlantic relations and the agenda after the US elections, new ways of employment in the post-crisis society, and redefining true social dialogue to prevent populism and anarchy. For all this, you can find more information on our website, eppgroup.eu and EuropeanIdeasNetwork.eu. Thank you for watching. See you again soon.